I mean, everything was set up as it should be, and it was just kind of a freak accident.
Now at 6 o'clock, a wildland firefighter is recovering in the hospital after she was seriously hurt cutting down the Christmas tree for the state capitol building in Salem. We're going to walk you through exactly what happened coming up in a live report.
And a prolific Portland tagger has been convicted of dozens of criminal charges, what police found when they searched his home. And
how many bats do you see in here?
I see 80.
80? That's actually really close. There's a little bit more. We have 100.
Raise your hand if you want to hang out with 100 bats this morning. That's what we're going to do in a brand new Drew at the Zoo that takes you inside the Oregon Zoo's Bat Cave. We'll have that for you coming up later this hour as we kick off the 6 o'clock hour. Sunrise right now.
good morning, and thank you for joining us on your Friday. I'm China Green.
And I'm Drew Carney. All right, Chris McGinnis and Rod Hill join the fray. Rod, do you remember? Because we talked about this earlier. Oh, you're raising your hand because you want to hang out
with the bats. Can I put my hand down now?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
You're the man.
Wow.
All right, go ahead,
Do you
please.
remember what we talked about earlier? Bats are the only flying mammal in the world.
Yeah, I love that.
Mammal
That's
that can
right.
fly.
And they are kind of cute, which is, I didn't think I would wake up this morning and say bats are cute, but here I am.
That was
All right.
unexpected.
I mean, we all have a little fantasy, don't we? That it would be so cool to fly, right?
I believe I can fly.
I'm sure you
I
do.
believe I can touch the sky.
I wouldn't sing that song anymore.
Yeah, I don't believe you can sing. All right, here's the visibility map. We have some dense fog, a half a mile visibility over in Hillsboro. This is actually improving Site Pacific to PDX, now 4-mile visibility, but everything that's colored in, and it's often the case. More fog west side, and then you've got dense fog between Salem and down to Eugene. The fog looks like it's improved somewhat. That was showing up on the map in Tillamook. Here's our state capitol. Again, the Capitol building is right about here. You can't see anything, so dense fog at ground level. 38 degrees is the number. Here's the, boy, this is really improved. Holy cow, this is the Vancouver that springs to the waterfront camera. Earlier, you could barely see the buildings. You couldn't see the I-5 bridge at all. And let's see what's going on. 40 degrees, still showing a calm wind along the Columbia River, but clearly the fog is kind of reformatting itself. Which happens, right? We're in the 30s. We have a dense fog advisory up this morning. Portland to get developing sun, mid-40s to noon, a high today of about 51. Here's Chris.
The springs have sprung. All right, let's get you back to Vancouver. This is down at road level. I-5 from Clark County to SR 14. Traffic starting to build a little bit there. Farther south near Breeze Hill, it looks like that's pretty foggy. And as I go even farther south, this is down to the Albany area. Obviously quite thick fog in pockets here along the I-5 drive between Albany and Salem. So that is part of our drive story this morning. Otherwise, guys, light volume out there, so we are getting around just fine. No crashes, no unexpected freeway delays just yet.
Thank you, Chris. We are tracking breaking news this morning in Missouri. Our sister station in St. Louis is reporting that one person is dead after a shooting inside a terminal at the Lambert International Airport. Police say they were doing routine security checks around 1 o'clock this morning when they found a man holding a knife. Officers allegedly told the man to drop the knife, and when he refused, they used a stun gun on him. Police shot and killed the man when he kept advancing. No other injuries have been reported.
A wildland firefighter is recovering this morning after getting seriously hurt while helping to cut down the Christmas tree for the state capitol building in Salem.
It happened earlier this week, and we talked to one of her friends who called it a freak accident. Sunrise reporter Corey Johnson joins us live with more of the details. Good morning, Corey.
Good morning, China. Drew, that's right. Those who know Dana Turner say she specifically came to Oregon because she loves the forest and wanted to become a wildland firefighter. Now, on Monday, Turner was on the job with the Oregon Department of Forestry at the South Fork Forest Camp in Tillamook. That's when tragedy struck. She was working with a crew to cut down the Capitol Christmas tree for Salem. That's when a 70-foot noble fir struck her, crushing her femur, hitting her back, and injuring her face. Now, Turner was life-flighted to a hospital where she had surgery and is now currently recovering.
They had an excavator out there to, keep the tree from smashing on the ground so that they could save all the branches. And they had, everything was set up as it should be. And it was just kind of a freak accident that the tree started twisting and just came at her.
Turner is expected to be released from the hospital in the coming days. In the meantime, her friends have set up a fundraiser for her in order to help with her medical expenses. That includes transportation to and from doctor's appointments. Drew, China.
All right, Corey Johnson, we appreciate that update this morning. Let's get to some other local headlines here. A house fire in rural Washington County left one person dead. Gaston Fire responded to the call in the Cherry Grove area. They say a neighbor tried to wake up the person who lived in the home but wasn't able to. After they got the fire under control, investigators found the victim inside. The cause remains under investigation.
Police say a cyclist is expected to survive after they were involved in a crash with a car on Barber Boulevard in southwest Portland. Last night, the northbound lanes near 19th Avenue were briefly shut down while crews responded to the scene. It's not clear what caused the crash. Police say the driver stayed at the scene. Police arrested a man for allegedly threatening transit security guards in East Portland's Hazelwood neighborhood. This happened just before 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon near East Burnside and 131st. Officers say that 36-year-old threatened him with a rock and a weapon. We're going to have more details for that in just a few minutes.
Yeah, those pictures you're seeing right there, China, are actually for this story I'm going to tell you about. Tualatin Valley Fire and Rescue shared these photos. Firefighters had to pull a person out of the car you saw there that was flipped over on Southwest Mohawk Drive in Tualatin. They said another passenger was already out of the car when they got there. Both were taken to the hospital. There's no word on their condition. Portland police arrested a third suspect in the killing of a Somali refugee 3 years ago. 41-year-old Shaparia Lambert is charged with second-degree murder. He's the third person arrested by police in the past several weeks, all in connection with the 2022 shooting death of Shani Mohammed. Mohammed was a father of 8 who was working as an Uber driver at the time he was killed.
A jury has convicted a prolific Portland graffiti artist on 51 counts of criminal mischief. Last year, Portland police arrested Jacob Ramos after they launched investigations into the city's most frequent taggers. Authorities say the 45-year-old spray painted over murals and businesses across the city, causing thousands of dollars in damage.
And so the more reports that we get from the public, the better it will be for us to be able to build cases against these people, identify them, and bring them to justice.
Police say that they found more than 60 cans of spray paint and 10 guns at his home, including so-called ghost guns, which are untraceable. A jury also convicted Ramos in June on nearly 24 firearms charges. He'll be sentenced at a later date.
All right, before we check in with Rod again, how about a live look from our Vancouver sky cam on the waterfront there? Man, you cannot see the interstate bridge this morning. Usually you can easily see it from this shot, and it's not too far out in the distance, but the fog cover has been thick in some spots, and obviously, right, it looks like the fog cover is still thick right there.
It's interesting how rapidly this changes. You couldn't see anything for the entire 5 o'clock hour. When I showed that shot at 6:01, the visibility was really good. In fact, perfectly clear looking at the bridge, and now the fog is starting to come back to that specific location. We do have a dense fog advisory out, so odds are good if your commute takes you any distance at all this morning, you'll find some fog at some point. In the North Valley, Portland, Vancouver, afternoon sun is expected. Really no wind today. 30s to start, mid-40s midday, 51 degrees at 2 o'clock and about 50 at 5 o'clock. So that's our day. No fog along much of the coast. Here's Lincoln City, Chinook Winds Casino Resort, 40 degrees, calm winds. There is some blue up top. That's our Timberline camera already brightening up. About an hour ahead of sunrise time. Temperature right about freezing. Light winds up there as well. Here's good visibility currently, but this was bad. I mean, again, 10 minutes ago, I couldn't see the cityscape at all. Now that's good visibility with the low cloud deck hovering mainly above the buildings. Temperature's 38. So it's fascinating how quickly these fog banks just kind of, make changes. 33 Battleground. Watch out for some frosty slick spots that direction. 37 in Wilsonville this morning, and there's 35 in Almsville and 38 degrees in Salem. It is a dry day, minus any mist that might be out there with the fog. And if you have freezing fog, it can look like it's snowing. You can get some ice crystals coming out of it. 50s at the coast today. Astoria might be kind of cloudy, but certainly increasing sun down to the south. Partly to mostly sunny central and eastern areas. A nice day in Bend, getting up to about 50 degrees today. And here's a dry Friday, 51, a dry Saturday, 52. Showers developing Sunday morning or rain at times, and then that's decreasing showers into Monday. Tuesday looks to be a dry day. The day before Thanksgiving right now, Wednesday of next week, looks to be absolutely raining. Snow level currently showing up at 6,000 feet, decreasing showers into Thanksgiving Day, and that is your update.